The power of presence. How to command respect without saying a word. Let's get real. All right, let's get real. Have you ever felt like some people just love testing your patience? They interrupt, throw passive-aggressive jabs, or act like your time and feelings don't matter. And what are we supposed to do? Just smile and let it slide? Not today. If you're done putting up with people who don't respect you, this video is for you. Because today, we're breaking down a powerful, life-changing skill that will help you stand your ground without losing your cool. It's not about arguing, not about proving anything. It's about mastering the art of presence. By the end of this, you'll have every tool you need to show people exactly where the line is drawn, without saying a single word. 1. The power of the silent presence. Let's start with a simple but mighty move, the silent presence. Now, you might be thinking, wait, just being silent? That's it. Trust me, this is next-level confidence. Most people who disrespect you are looking for something, a reaction, a sign that they've got to you. They want you flustered, defensive, or even snapping back so they can play the victim. But when you just pause, breathe, and look at them, calm, unshaken, unbothered, something shifts. The power balance flips. Suddenly, they're the ones feeling exposed. Let me give you a real-life example. I was once in a meeting where this one guy just would not stop cutting me off. You know, the type, loud, overconfident, thinks his words are gold. I tried being polite, tried interjecting, but nope, he kept talking over me. So I did something different. I leaned back, crossed my arms, and just stared at him. 5 solid seconds of pure silence. No blinking, no reaction, just presence. And guess what? He crumbled, stumbled over his words, looked away, got uncomfortable. And for the rest of that meeting, he never interrupted me again. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. 2. Why this works and how to use it in everyday life. This works because people aren't used to silence. Silence makes them think. It forces them to sit with their own behavior. It holds up a mirror. Try it the next time someone makes a rude comment, cuts you off mid-sentence, tries to push your boundaries, talks down to you. Instead of rushing to explain yourself or getting upset, just pause. Look at them. Let the weight of silence settle in. And here's the magic. This isn't just about shutting them down. It's about reclaiming your power. It reminds you and them that you don't owe anyone an emotional reaction. You don't have to dance to their tune. 3. Mastering the art of unshakable confidence. This isn't just about handling rude people. It's about changing how you carry yourself in every part of life. Think about the most powerful, respected people you know. Do they rush to defend themselves? Do they plead to be understood? No, they stand firm. They own their space. And you can do the same. Because here's the truth. You don't need to prove your worth. Your existence is proof enough. You don't need to argue to be heard. Your silence says more than words ever could. You don't need to fight for respect. You command it just by being present. For the real transformation, becoming the person who can't be ignored. When you start using silence as a tool, something incredible happens. You stop reacting to negativity. You stop feeling the need to explain yourself. You stop giving away your energy to people who don't deserve it. And most importantly, people start seeing you differently. They'll listen when you speak. They'll respect your space. They'll think twice before testing your boundaries. Because they'll realize you are not someone they can shake. 5. A challenge for you and why it will change your life. I have a challenge for you. The next time someone tries to push your buttons, don't react. Just pause. Look at them. Hold that silence. Let them be the ones who have to fill the void. Let them be the ones who feel uncomfortable. Try it just once and see how powerful it makes you feel. Final thought, you are in control. At the end of the day, respect starts with you, how you carry yourself, how you respond, how you choose to engage. It all sets a tone for how others treat you. So, the next time someone tries to test you, remember, silence is strength. Stillness is power. Your presence speaks louder than words ever could. Because you are unshakable. And that is how you change the game. If this message hit home, drop a comment below. Let me know when's the last time you handled disrespect without saying a word. Let's talk about it. And if you're ready for more mindset shift that will transform your life, don't forget to subscribe, because we are just getting started. Unshakable. How to command respect without saying a word. All right, let's get real. Have you ever noticed how some people just love to push your buttons? They interrupt, make rude comments, or act like your time and feelings don't matter. And for some reason, we're just supposed to smile and let it slide? Not today. If you're done putting up with people who don't respect you, this is for you. Today, we're going deep, real, raw, and maybe even a little uncomfortable. Because the truth is, handling disrespect isn't about being louder, meaner, or more aggressive. It's about being smarter, stronger, and more in control. By the end of this, you won't just know how to handle disrespect. You'll know how to command respect without saying a single word. So buckle up, because this is about to change the way you see yourself and the way others see you. 1. The silent power move. Let's start with a simple but deadly technique. The silent stare. Picture this. Someone makes a rude comment, expecting you to react, to get upset, to fight back. But instead of snapping or explaining yourself, you just stare. Calm, unbothered, unshaken. You see, people who are disrespectful are used to controlling the situation. They rely on your reaction to feel powerful. But when you don't give them one, game over. I once had a coworker who would constantly interrupt me in meetings. No matter what I said, he would talk over me, dismissing my ideas like they didn't matter. One day, instead of fighting to be heard, I stopped talking. I leaned back, folded my arms, and just stared at him. 5 long, uncomfortable seconds. No words, no expression, just silence. You know what happened? He froze, stumbled over his words, looked around, suddenly unsure of himself. And from that day on, he interrupted me a lot less. The lesson? Silence is powerful. When you stop feeding the disrespect, it starves. 2. The power of walking away. Now, let's take a step further. What happens when silence is enough? You leave. Ever notice how people who truly respect themselves don't stick around for nonsense? That's because they know something most people don't. You don't have to stay where you're not valued. Think about it. If someone disrespects you at a party, do you stay and argue? No. You leave. If a coworker is constantly belittling you, do you waste energy proving yourself? No. You focus on your work and let success do the talking. Walking away isn't weak. It's the ultimate power move. It tells people, I respect myself too much to waste my time here. 3. The unexpected comeback. Kindness. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Want to completely throw someone off? Respond with kindness. Imagine someone making a sarcastic remark about your work. Wow, that's an interesting choice. I guess everyone has different tastes. Instead of firing back, you smile and say, yeah, I love it. Thanks for noticing. Or when someone makes a passive-aggressive comment about your success. Must be nice to have everything handed to you. You smile and say, yeah, I've been really blessed. Hard work pays off. Suddenly, they don't know what to do. They were expecting a fight. Instead, they got grace and confidence. 2 things they can't argue with. This isn't about being fake or letting things slide. It's about owning your energy and not letting anyone drag you down to their level. For the no explanation rule, here's a hard truth. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your choices. Too often, we feel the need to justify ourselves. But the second you start explaining, you're giving away your power. Why don't you drink? Why don't you go out more? Why are you always so serious about your goals? You don't have to justify your values. Instead of defending yourself, try this. I just don't. It's not my thing. I have different priorities. I like the way I do things. That's it. No debate. No need to convince them. Just confidence. 5. The ultimate test. Self-respect. At the end of the day, respect starts with you. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. That means setting boundaries and sticking to them. It means knowing your worth and not lowering your standards for anyone. It means standing firm in who you are, even when people don't understand you. Because here's the truth. People will test you. They will push, criticize, and doubt you. But your job isn't to convince them of your worth. Your job is to know it. Final thought. Choose your battles wisely. Not every comment deserves a response. Not every fight is worth fighting. But every moment is a chance to stand strong in who you are. So the next time someone disrespects you, remember, silence is strength. Walking away is power. Kindness is unexpected. No explanation is needed. And most importantly, you don't have to prove your worth to anyone, because when you truly respect yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. Stop explaining yourself. Own your life. Have you ever felt like you had to explain yourself? Like every choice you make has to come with a reason, a defense, a long speech to get other people to understand? Why didn't you go to that party? Why did you quit that job? Why are you doing things that way? It happens all the time. People question us. They want explanations, and sometimes we give them because we feel like we owe them one. But here's the truth. You don't. Your choices are yours. Your life is yours. You do not need to explain yourself to anyone. Let's break this down. Why do people question your choices so much? Most of the time, it's not about you at all. It's about them. Maybe your decision makes them uncomfortable because they'd never be brave enough to do it themselves. Maybe your choice challenges the way they see the world. Maybe they just love control because questioning you gives them a sense of power. And here's the thing. When you explain yourself, you hand them that power. You invite them into a conversation about your life when they were never supposed to have a say in the first place. So what if you stopped? The power of saying less. There's something incredibly powerful about a short, simple answer. Because I wanted to. It felt right for me. I just did. No long explanations. No justifications. No room for debate. Try this the next time someone questions your choices. Say less. See what happens. Most of the time, the person will be left in silence, unsure how to respond, because they were expecting a debate. They were expecting you to seek their approval. But when you don't, when you stand strong in your choice without needing them to understand, you show them that their opinion isn't the center of your universe. My personal story, the day I stopped explaining, I remember when I made a big life change. I left behind something stable for something unknown. The moment people found out, the questions started flooding in. Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. What if it doesn't work out? At first, I explained. I defended. I tried to make them understand. But no matter what I said, it was never enough. People still judged, still doubted, still questioned. Then one day, I stopped explaining. Someone asked, "Why would you leave that job?" And I simply said, "Because I wanted to." Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. That was it. No extra words. No long speech. The person just stared at me, and then they dropped it. In that moment, I realized something. Explanations invite debate. Silence ends it. Your life, your rules. Think about this. Do you ever see truly confident people explaining themselves all the time? No, because they don't need approval. They know their choices are enough just because they made them. When you stop explaining yourself, you start owning your life. You make choices based on what's right for you, not what's comfortable for them. Want to quit your job and start something new? Do it. Want to say no to an invitation? Say no. Want to take an unexpected path? Take it. No explanation needed. Breaking free from other people's opinions. We grow up being told we need approval. From parents, teachers, friends, society. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, whose life am I living? If you're constantly explaining your choices, constantly defending your path, you're letting others steer your ship. And guess what? They don't even know where they're going. You have to take the wheel. You have to decide for yourself. And sometimes that means making a choice and letting people wonder. Because you know who really understands you? You. A challenge for you. Here's what I want you to do. The next time someone questions your decision, don't explain. Just say, because I wanted to, because it felt right. I just did. And then stop talking. Watch what happens. Watch how strong you feel. Watch how much lighter life becomes when you stop asking for permission and start living. And remember this, your life is not a group project. You don't need votes. You don't need approval. You don't need to explain yourself to people who were never meant to understand. Stand tall, speak less, own your choices, and watch your life transform. Protect your energy, the power of distance. Let's talk about something that can change your life. Distance. Sometimes, the best way to protect your peace is to step back. I know that might sound harsh, even a little cold, but hear me out. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Some people bring love, joy, and support. Others, they drain you, bring negativity, and make you question yourself. Here's the truth. You do not have to keep everyone close. Think of your life as a garden. Some people are sunshine, helping you grow. Others are weeds, choking your potential. And guess what? It's okay to pull out the weeds. Not everyone deserves a VIP pass. Imagine your life is like an exclusive event. You have limited seats. Would you give a ticket to someone who constantly brings you down? Of course not. Yet, so many of us allow toxic people to take up space in our minds and hearts just because we feel guilty about letting go. Let's break that cycle. Ask yourself, do they respect me? Do they bring me peace or stress? Do I feel valued around them? If the answer is no, why are they so close? When distance is the answer. A few years ago, I had a friend who always had something negative to say. If I got a new job, they'd say, "Oh, but do you think you can handle it?" If I tried something new, they'd laugh and say, "That's not really your thing." At first, I thought maybe they're just honest. But then I noticed I always felt drained after talking to them. I was questioning myself more. I was doubting my dreams. Then it hit me. It wasn't my job to convince them to believe in me. It was my job to protect my peace. So, I didn't make a big announcement. I didn't fight. I just started pulling back. Less texting, less talking, less energy spent on them. And guess what? My life got better. I had more energy, more confidence, and more joy. I started surrounding myself with people who believed in me. And I started believing in myself more, too. People will guilt you. Ignore it. Some will say, but they're family, or you've known them forever. Listen, history doesn't mean loyalty. If someone constantly disrespects you, belittles you, or drains you, distance is the best gift you can give yourself. It's not about hating them. It's about loving yourself enough to walk away. Protecting your peace is not selfish. Think of it this way. If you had a phone with only 10% battery, would you waste it on useless apps? No, you'd save it for something important. Your energy works the same way. Don't waste it on people who don't value it. Instead, use that energy on people who support you, goals that excite you, a life that fulfills you, your challenge. Right now, think about the people in your life. Who makes you feel strong? Who makes you feel small? Now make a decision. Who gets to stay close? Who needs distance? Because at the end of the day, your life is yours. And you deserve to fill it with peace, love, and people who truly respect you. Keep your distance from those who don't. Hold your head high. A 1-hour life-changing script. Introduction. The power of self-respect. Let's talk about something that can truly transform your life. Holding your head high. Sounds simple, right? But this is more than just standing tall. It's about owning your power, respecting yourself, and refusing to let negativity shrink you. Some people will test you. They'll throw words, doubt, and disrespect your way. Why? Because they expect you to break, to feel small, to second-guess yourself. But today, I want you to walk away from this knowing one thing. Your worth is not up for debate. So let's dive deep into this, break it down, and get real about how you can live with unshakable confidence, no matter who tries to bring you down. Chapter 1. Why do people disrespect others? Let's be honest. Some people don't like seeing confidence. They see someone walking with purpose, head high, and it bothers them. Why? Because deep down, they struggle with their own self-worth. Disrespect is often a reflection of their insecurities, not yours. Think of a school bully. They don't pick on the strongest person in the room. They go after the one who shrinks themselves. Why? Because they're looking for easy targets. People who don't yet see their own power. Now, let me ask you, are you making yourself an easy target? Chapter 2, The Silent Power of Confidence. Confidence is louder than words. You don't have to argue, fight, or prove anything. The way you carry yourself sends a message before you even speak. Think about someone you admire, maybe a leader, an athlete, or just someone in your life who seems unshakable. They don't let the noise get to them. They don't slouch. They don't mumble. They don't avoid eye contact. They stand tall, walk with purpose, and move through life like they belong everywhere they go. Now, imagine what would happen if you started doing that today. Would people notice? Yes. Would the ones who try to bring you down get frustrated? Absolutely. Would you care? Not anymore. Chapter 3, Real Life Story, Breaking Free from Doubt. I once knew someone who struggled with confidence. Every time they walked into a room, they looked down, avoided people, and stayed quiet. And guess what? People treated them like they were invisible. Then one day they decided to change. Not by talking more, not by being louder, but by simply walking with confidence. They pulled their shoulders back. They held their head high. And suddenly, everything changed. People started listening. They started respecting them. And most importantly, they started respecting themselves. The world sees you the way you see yourself. Chapter 4, Dealing with Disrespect Without Losing Yourself. Here's the truth. Disrespect is going to happen. Someone is going to test your confidence. They'll make a rude comment, a backhanded compliment, or try to embarrass you. So what do? You don't react. Instead, 1, look them in the eye. Not with anger, not with fear. Just calm, steady presence. 2, smile. Nothing makes a disrespectful person more uncomfortable than someone who refuses to be shaken. 3, move on. When you stop reacting, you take away their power. Chapter 5, The Biggest Lie About Confidence. Some people think confidence means you have to be loud, bold, and always in the spotlight. That's not true. Confidence is about how you feel when no one's looking. Do you trust yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you walk through life like you matter? Because you do. And the moment you realize that, the world starts treating you differently. Chapter 6, A Challenge for You. Let's make this real. Starting today, I want you to practice this. 1, when you walk, walk like you belong. No more looking at the ground. 2, when someone tests you, don't react. Just smile and keep moving. 3, when you doubt yourself, remind yourself, I am enough. And I promise, if you do this for just 1 week, you will feel a change, because the way you see yourself shapes your reality. Conclusion: own your worth. No apologies. Respect starts with you. If you don't believe in your worth, the world won't either. So today, make the decision. Walk with confidence. Set your own standards. Never let someone's doubt become your truth. Hold your head high, because you deserve nothing less. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're going to start doing today to own your confidence? I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay powerful, and remember, your worth is not up for debate. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Also, turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next one.